All right, America's top national health agency is undergoing a personnel overhaul. After firing Susan Monares, the director of Centers for Disease Control, CDC, and Prevention, a new head has been installed in her place. Monares had been appointed the CDC head just a month ago. The White House named Jim O'Neill as the new CDC head, and that's one day after Monares was sacked by Trump. Jim O'Neill is the deputy to U.S. Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. RFK Jr. said that the health agency was in trouble for a very long time and Monares was fired for personal reasons.
There's a lot of trouble at CDC, and it's going to require getting rid of some people over the long term in order for us to change the institutional culture and bring back pride and self-esteem and make that agency the stellar agency that it's always been. I'm very confident in the political staff that we have down there now that they're going to be able to accomplish that and ensure the competent functionality of that agency.
Shortly after the Trump administration sacked Susan Monares, several senior health officials in the CDC resigned from their position. Staff and demonstrators gathered in Atlanta to applaud the outgoing chief medical officer and other department heads who quit the health agency. The officials cite scientific integrity and ideological differences as the reason for their departure.
There's so much going on right now. When you look at the devastation that's happening to our staff, our campus, the programs, we won't forget you. We're just now going to really advocate for the great work you all do. We love you all. I'm already missing you guys, but I just can't tell you what CDC means to all of us, the mission, the work, your commitment. Thank you. We're so honored.
The departing official spoke of the change in vaccine policies in particular. That was a major reason for quitting the health agency. The senior members also said that preconceived recommendations without any data is a major problem for them. The White House has said that U.S. President Donald Trump himself fired ex-CDC head Susan Monares, saying that the senior health official was not aligned to the president's mission.
Look, what I will say about this individual is that her lawyer's statement made it abundantly clear themselves that she was not aligned with the president's mission to make America healthy again. And the secretary asked her to resign. She said she would, and then she said she wouldn't, so the president fired her, which he has every right to do. It was President Trump who was overwhelmingly reelected on November 5th. This woman has never received a vote in her life, and the president has the authority to fire those who are not aligned with his mission.
Monares was sacked on Wednesday, but the former director's lawyers say that her termination is invalid and that she was targeted for backing science. And well, for more on this, our correspondent Susan Tehrani is joining us live from New York. Hi, Susan. Get us up to speed with this turmoil that we are seeing at the CDC after Trump fired Susan Monares, the CDC director, and we've also been seeing a lot of officials themselves exiting the agency.
Yeah, now there's really just a cause for concern for many, saying that there may be disruptions in agency work with so much of a shakeup at the CDC and with winter season coming up with vaccinations, not only children, but also the elderly as well. They want to be able to manage not only disease surveillance, but also public health responses and vaccine guidance, as I mentioned. The interim leader now after Susan Monares is a person named Jim O'Neill. He's a biotech investor, and RFK Jr. apparently has very similar views as him. He was head of the HHS during the George W. Bush administration, but then there are concerns that he doesn't have a background being a doctor as a physician. Even some Republicans are expressing alarm on Capitol Hill. So we'll have to see how this goes, how much Jim O'Neill can really build trust, not only among the public, but also at the CDC itself, as you mentioned, with so many exits.
Right, Susan, thanks for joining us here on Race to Power. We'll, of course, have to see if the shake-up erodes trust or does it actually is being viewed as something required. But thanks for getting us the latest.